Jean-Paul Sartre, Being and Nothingness. Welcome to an exploration of Jean-Paul Sartre's profound philosophical masterpiece, Being and Nothingness. This summary navigates the depths of existentialism, a groundbreaking standpoint that examines the nature of human existence through the lens of phenomenology. Prepare to delve into Sartre's riveting concepts, such as the phenomenon of being versus the being of the phenomenon, and the dynamics of being for itself and being in itself. The book grapples with themes of consciousness, freedom, and nothingness, challenging traditional perceptions and encouraging self-definition. Sartre invites us to confront life's inherent meaninglessness and embrace the radical freedom to forge our own paths. By breaking down complex existential ideas, this summary promises an enlightening journey through the essence of what it means to truly be. Whether you're encountering Sartre's philosophy for the first time or seeking a deeper understanding, get ready for a compelling entry point into existential thought.
Phenomenal existence. Sartre invites us to explore the reality of existence by focusing on appearances rather than hidden essences. This approach, rooted in phenomenology, emphasizes the importance of how things manifest to our consciousness. Sartre distinguishes between two concepts, the phenomenon of being and the being of the phenomenon. The former pertains to how we perceive objects, such as the colors and shapes of a tree. In contrast, the latter represents an object's inherent essence, which remains beyond our direct perception. Sartre challenges the traditional view that consciousness is merely self-awareness, suggesting instead that consciousness and existence arise simultaneously, representing two aspects of the same reality. This novel perspective leads to the concepts of being for itself and being in itself. Being for itself describes the self-aware, free nature of human consciousness, while being in itself refers to simple, unaware existence. By dismissing the notion of consciousness as a divine gift, Sartre offers a fresh existential philosophy anchored in tangible human experience rather than abstract concepts. This streamlined vision positions consciousness as an intrinsic part of human existence, closely tied to the world we perceive without any need to invoke hidden essences or divine influence. Sartre's ideas provide a foundation for a new way of understanding human existence, setting the stage for a deeper exploration of the nature of being itself. Embracing nothingness. Sartre unravels the idea of nothingness as a crucial aspect of human existence. He asserts that when questioning our existence, we stumble upon the void of negation and absence. Our ability to imagine non-being stems from our human freedom, highlighting how nothingness intertwines with our being. Life is a simultaneous dance with reality and meaningless absurdity, as the universe suspends in a lack of inherent meaning. While acknowledging this unsettling truth proves challenging, many people resort to self-deception, known as bad faith. This involves denying our freedom and constructing comforting illusions to avoid confronting reality. For instance, a woman might convince herself a man's intentions are purely platonic to escape facing the truth. Sartre encourages living authentically by embracing the reality of nothingness and recognizing our radical freedom to assign our own meaning. Nothingness becomes the blank canvas upon which our choices and actions paint the purpose of our existence. Although abstract, these notions reshape 20th-century thought, unveiling the liberating and anxiety-inducing idea that life lacks predefined meaning. This revelation empowered individuals with the freedom, and responsibility, to shape their own destinies. Conscious freedom unveiled. Overcoming life's absurdity lies in embracing being for itself, a way to understand conscious existence without predetermined essence. Human consciousness is inherently free and self-aware, transcending fixed definitions. This contrasts sharply with being in itself, the state of unconscious objects, which lack the dynamism of thought and awareness. Take, for instance, the admiration for a painting. You're simultaneously feeling admiration and being aware of that feeling, acknowledging the painting as the cause of your admiration. Sartre challenges the traditional linear view of time, suggesting that past, present, and future coalesce in a single stream of consciousness. This unified perception empowers humans to define their essence through actions, reflection, and the refusal of predefined limits. Existentialism asserts that we lack inherent identity, radicalizing the notion of freedom and loading the dice of responsibility on our shoulders. With no essence to guide us, we must forge our paths, a task both exhilarating and daunting. Existentialism reframes human consciousness and freedom, emphasizing subjectivity and granting individuals the power to shape their destinies. However, it also highlights the weighty responsibility entailed by the vast freedom to invent ourselves, thereby assigning personal meaning to our lives. Interwoven Identities. Humanity thrives not in isolation, but through a complex web of connections with others. Our identities are not solely self-crafted, they are molded through interactions with those around us. This deeply intersubjective nature is a cornerstone of human awareness. Consider our bodies. We cannot objectively observe ourselves, yet we understand our physical presence by observing others' bodies, their eyes, movements, and expressions. This interplay fosters self-awareness, a concept Sartre describes as the dimension of the other. The other's perspective completes our self-view, infusing our existence with meaning. Yet, this external gaze can also feel threatening, as it fixes us into societal roles, instilling shame or pride. In social and romantic bonds, this dynamic is especially pronounced, oscillating between unity and individuality. Such relationships can distort and unsettle us, as we both cling to and fear losing ourselves. In efforts to control, like possessive love, we may deceive ourselves into believing we maintain complete freedom, but this often leads to sorrow. True freedom lies in recognizing our own boundaries and those of others. Navigating these relationships requires a careful balance between connection and autonomy, as simple solutions remain elusive. The paradox of freedom. Humans are defined not by a predetermined essence, but by an intrinsic freedom. According to Sartre, this freedom embodies our ability to choose or abstain from action, offering us theoretically endless possibilities. Yet, the practical scope of this freedom is limited by environmental conditions, past experiences, and the inescapable reality of mortality. Our desire to rise above these limitations often leads to a quest for transcendence, aiming for a godlike state that the random, absurd world does not easily accommodate. This absurdity complicates our freedom and desires, leaving us feeling incomplete. We often turn to external possessions in search of fulfillment, but these provide only fleeting comfort. Authentic freedom involves reconciling the tension between being, having, and doing, rejecting the fragmented view of self that psychoanalysis sometimes suggests. Instead, Sartre urges us to see ourselves as whole beings. Our ability to make conscious choices and act in the world defines our humanity, but this autonomy brings with it anxiety. With no universal guidance, we bear the heavy responsibility of creating our own meaning. This duality of freedom presents both a challenge and an opportunity, a paradox where freedom is simultaneously a burden to bear and a gift to cherish.
In Being and Nothingness, Sartre presents a revolutionary perspective on human existence that continues to resonate deeply. By intertwining the concepts of being, nothingness, and human freedom, Sartre dismantles the idea of a predefined human essence. He advocates for the idea of self-creation through choice, emphasizing our unique capacity for consciousness and action. This yields both the challenge and liberation of crafting personal meaning in an indifferent universe. As we reckon with the interconnectedness of self and others, Sartre warns of the existential pitfalls of bad faith and the illusions of absoluteness. His insights underscore the constant tension between autonomy and social influences, and how embracing nothingness can lead to authentic living. Armed with this understanding, readers are encouraged to embrace the paradox of freedom with responsibility and grace, laying their own path in the tapestry of life. Sartre leaves us with an enduring message: to live authentically is to find empowerment within our inherent freedom.